beliefs that make sense. You need a scripture that's coherent, right? You need practices that make your life better. That's what Islam gives you. But on top of that, I also had a dream early on. Now, I became Muslim in October. And then like you get to December, you got all this Christmas stuff in your face, right? And I was working at a Catholic school at the time when I accepted Islam. So it was very awkward for me. I didn't tell them I became Muslim. I was afraid they're going to fire me, right? So, because I left Christianity. I wasn't Catholic in the first place. When they hired me, I was Protestant or whatever, but I was afraid they would fire me for becoming a Muslim or something. So I didn't tell them. So I'm there and I'm having to go to all this Christmas stuff and they're just slamming my face with Jesus, 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 right? And so I made dua to Allah. I said, oh Allah. I had read the Quran. I was already convinced by the Quran, but I said, oh Allah, I believe I'm on the right path. Could you give me some kind of sign to show me I'm on the right path? Then I went to sleep. Okay. That night I have a dream or I'm on a boat. Okay. Or sorry, I'm standing on the earth. Standing on earth and it's flooding and the water is up to my knees and it's up to my hips and it's up to my chest and it's up to my neck. And I'm like this in the water and a boat comes along and in the boat is like 4 guys that I had seen at the masjid several times. And I was still pretty new, like barely even 2 months in. And they pulled me out of the boat, like saving me from drowning in the world, right? So then I woke up, like right after that I woke up. So I was like shocked, like, okay, I just got the confirmation of my dua, like I better be a good Muslim. I better study this deen. Still I have ups and downs, and that first year I had a lot of downs. But alhamdulillah, I said, Allah's like, I have no excuse on Judgment Day, if I don't become Muslim. And I had another friend too, Brother Shahid. He had a dream also. He told me about it. He was telling me, he told me first, and then I told him my dream. He was like, SubhanAllah, Allahu Akbar. Right? He said he had become Muslim and he was, wondering about it a little bit at first, early on, and I do the right thing, abandoning what my family taught me or whatever. He makes dua too. And he says he was outside and he said, there's a tornado coming. And we live in Kansas. We get tornadoes all the time, right? So he said, there's this tornado and everybody is running. And he says he grabs onto the first thing he can grab onto. And he holds onto it and the tornado's pulling everyone in around him, sucking them up, destroying everything. And then the tornado goes away. And then he looks at what he grabbed onto and it was the sign for the masjid. Right? So we have dreams too, but you need something beyond that. You need a scripture that's coherent. You need beliefs that make sense. You need practices that make your life better. That's a proof that because the deen of Allah has to stand out. It needs to make you different than other people.